Good morning, brush monkeys. We are back, and this week we are painting this rogue thief. He's kind of a swashbuckler type, and he is from the Grenadier Julie Guthrie's Fantasy Personalities line, number 862, Rogue Thief. So, Julie Guthrie is one of my favorite sculptors. She's amazingly talented. This is certainly no exception. A lot of detail in this guy. So we're going to go ahead and get started painting him. His skin is going to be Guilliman flesh. His hair is going to be Gorgonta fur. His tunic will be ultramarine blue contrast with a little bit of Necron compound dry brush. His shirt is going to be Ulthwin gray. It's actually a misty gray with matte white highlights, cloudy seas. His pants, his boots, belt, sash are all going to be snakebite leather. His swords will be Gravelord gray with Necron dry brush and gold hilt and pommel, a little basket hilt kind of thing there. And his basing, of course, is going to be the same Absolution green, Necron or Niblet green dry brush, dark green base band that you've seen me do before. So, gonna go ahead and get started on that. Sorry about the background noise, and we'll come back and take a look at him when I made some progress. See you in a bit. Bye. Alright, we made a little progress on our guy here. We got the skin done and his pants done. There's not a whole lot to his pants. I'm gonna give those a blue wash. Maybe we'll see how they look with the tunic, the doublet. But first up, I'm going to do a little more shade wash in his eye sockets and do the hair and his goatee there. And then we'll come back and see him when it's done. Alright. See you in a bit. Alright, we got his hair and beard done, and we got his doublet painted with the contrast paint. The ultramarine blue contrast paint is not as contrasty as I would like. You know, you expect it to be a shade wash, base coat, and highlight. This definitely base coated it, but it's a little light on the shade wash and a little even lighter on the highlight. So what I'm going to do is take the Necron compound and dry brush along like these buttons on his sleeves and down the front of his tunic here on both sides. All that is going to be dry brush silver, and I'm going to highlight the rest of it with oddly enough ultramarine blue from Reaper, which is a little bit lighter blue than that. I don't know how they come up with these names or why they're not standardized blues, but that's what we're going to do. I'm going to highlight it with that, and then his shirt is basically just going to consist of his collar there, the cuffs around his wrists, and these insets where the doublets open up. And I think that's going to look pretty good. I did go over the Stormy Seas with a little bit of Army Painter Blue Tone wash, and that darkened it a little bit and gave it just a little more definition, especially on the seams on the sides there and above the boots and below the tunic. Gave it a little more depth. So I think that looks pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and let this contrast paint dry a little bit longer, and then we're going to hit it with the Necron compound and then the highlights, and then we'll come back and take a look at it. All right. See you in a bit. Bye. Alright, so now we have the silver done and the blues highlighted, and it looks quite a bit better than it did. I really like how that turned out. So I'm going to do the white next. Going to be doing the shirt with misty gray and then white highlights. And I think that's going to look pretty spiff. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll come back and take a look at them. Alright, see you in a bit. Bye. Alright, I got his shirt done and it looks pretty fantastic. Really like how that looks up against the doublet there. That looks really good. So up next we're going to do his leathers, and it's going to be that sash, the belt, and his boots are all going to be snakebite leather. I may do the belt or the sash in, like, maybe I'll do the sash in the Army Painter red, the hardened leather, kind of give it a little reddish brown color. I think that'd probably look better. Or maybe I'll do his belt in that, just to give it some contrast. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go do those, and then we'll come back and see how it looks, and then we'll go from there. See you in a bit. Bye. Alright, so there's his leathers done, and you can see he's starting to really come together now. I like how he's looking. Looks like he's got a couple of buckles on his boots, and I may go ahead and paint those gold when I do the hilts of his swords. Speaking of which, his swords are up next, so we're going to go ahead and do those. And we'll come back and see how that looks. But yeah, our guy's starting to come together here. Really looks a lot more Three Musketeers than a Rogue Thief. But I like them. So, see you in a bit. Alright, now the swords and the buckles on his boots are done, and he looks pretty spiff. I really like how this guy's turned out. His basing is going to be the same as you've seen me do it a dozen times. So, excuse me, I'm not going to put you through that. I'm just going to go ahead and do that, and then we'll come back, and the next time you see this guy, he'll be completely done. So this is a quick little paint, but he's got a lot of good details, got a lot of character to him. Julie Guthrie is one of my favorite sculptors, has been for years and years and years. She's working for Reaper now, and still cranking out some just amazing stuff, so go check out her stuff. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys when this guy's completely done here in a bit. Bye. Alright, brush monkeys, there is our finished Rogue Thief from Julie Guthrie's Fantasy Personalities line back in the 80s, from Grenadier Miniatures. I think he turned out pretty nice. I really like him. Still think he's got a little more of a swashbuckler or Three Musketeer kind of style to him than Rogue Thief, or what I usually picture as a Rogue Thief. But yeah, I think he turned out really nice. Pretty happy with him. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Next week we've got something really cool planned. As you know, the end of the year we've been doing this Dragon December thing. Dragon December this year is a pretty neat project. I think you're going to like it. So tune in next week and check out what we've got for Dragon December. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Bye. Hey Brush Monkeys, Tom here. If you like what you see, click like down below, and if you want to be notified when new videos get posted, click subscribe. And in the meantime, if you want to support us in any way, check me out on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. We're on all those platforms. If you see a miniature on the site that you want to make one of your own, hit me up on Instagram. I can quote you a price for that. And if you want any Flying Monkey Studios merchandise, like t-shirts, things like that, hit me up on storefrontier.com/flyingmonkeystudios and get all your merch there. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.